Doom scrolling. Doom scrolling is the act of compulsively consuming negative news or other content online. Have you ever doom scrolled? I have. I'm guilty. We're going to talk about this. Now, the definition is actively seeking out and reading or scrolling through negative or saddening material on social media or news outlets. And the purpose is the idea is to access all this information that is needed to stay safe from what's dangerous. All this information. It's going to help us, right? And the effects, well, all this doom scrolling can lead to poor mental and physical health outcomes, including increased anxiety, depression, psychological distress, lower mental well-being, and sleep disturbances, stress-related physical symptoms, lower self-esteem, feelings of fear, stress, and sadness, and panic attacks. And the causes of doom scrolling can be addictive because it activates the release of dopamine in our brains from this. So we get this feeling, we get this dopamine we hit when we're doom scrolling, and it just keeps us going. It's kind of like gambling at the casino. Now, some signs of doom scrolling include manic thoughts, where people get really excited about an event. How to stop it? Well, some ways to stop doom scrolling include setting a time limit. And that's easy, by the way, when you're living off grid, because right now I'm running the generator to make this movie. And I don't have any time to doom scroll because once that generator's off, we're done. So sometimes if you can do that, that's done naturally. It's helped me out. But if we can set a time limit, that's excellent. Seek out positivity. Use mindfulness. When you're going out. So what we do is we don't hang out here on the computer all day. There's no internet going all day. So now we have to do something else. So we go for a walk with the dog. We leave our computers, our phones are left at home. You might take your phone for GPS coordinates, but there's no internet. And therefore, you're not sitting on some stump surfing or responding to something. You're looking at nature. You're in the moment with your pet. So that's what using mindfulness is. That's how to stop. So we go and do something different. Avoid catastrophizing. Everything's going to come to an end. We're going to look at that in JWORG in a minute. And engage in thought-stopping processes. What's a thought-stopping process? Well, you just say, hey, look, I don't need to fill my mind with this stuff. You just catch yourself doing it and stop it. Okay, so doom scrolling or doom surfing is the act of spending an excessive amount of time reading large quantities of news, and that's particularly negative news on the web, on social media, or on jw.org if you're a Jehovah's Witness. So a lot of these religious channels, they're all about the end, all about Armageddon. Why is it bad? Doom scrolling, why is it bad? Well, recent research findings suggest doom scrolling is associated with increased anxiety and psychological distress, lower mental well-being, and increased depression. Doom scrolling, just from doom scrolling. And why is scrolling bad before bed? Because screen time before bed can overstimulate the brain. So it's not a good time to be doom scrolling. And finally, what does mindless scrolling do to your brain? When you go on to JWORG and we do this mindless scrolling on JWORG, what does that do to your brain? Well, here's what it says. Moreover, the zombie state continues even after we stop mindlessly scrolling. So it continues. We're in that zombie state, that JWORG zombie state, scrolling their website, and we stay in it. It says it's manifesting as eye strain, brain fatigue. Get this, it's known as brain rot. Brain rot. And I get it. You're on JWORG and you're looking at all that stuff. It is creating brain rot. difficulty focusing, a sense of emotional disconnection, and other phone addiction symptoms. So let's jump onto JWORG and let's take a look at this. Well, when you go onto the website, this is what you see. When will the fighting stop? And it has this picture. Keep on the watch. And they have this on their website. I noticed other things on their website. Okay, so here's some of the articles we've covered. Battle, loneliness is some of their other stuff. When disaster strikes, steps you can save lives. Must you belong to an organized religion? Teaching children smartphone sense. Is social media harming your child? Keys to a happy life. Does the Bible promote tolerance? The loneliness epidemic. What has happened to respect? Which leader will you choose? Wildlife declined 73% in 50 years. It goes on and on. You can immerse yourself. It's all negative headlines. All negative headlines. So now we go to this. This is one of the most negative. Find out when will the fighting stop. You click on that, and when will the fighting stop? They like to quote other people, like the UN. They're quoting the UN here, and then they say a world war at hand, a world war to end all wars. Then they end it. They don't say a whole lot here. You notice that they talk about Armageddon. That's what they end with. Not by human efforts, but by means of Armageddon. So that's what sticks in your mind, this Armageddon thing. The war of the great day. So then you leave thinking, oh boy, that's what's going to happen. You see the anxiety it's putting upon you. So then you come down here to learn more about God's war to end all wars. We're going to go to this. What is the Battle of Armageddon? We're going to go to that in a bit. But before we go to that, we might like this stuff. The end. What does it mean? Did you know what the Bible says about the end is actually good news? Well, it doesn't sound good, the end. I don't know. Good news. They're trying to flip that. Let's go further. There must be something. Why did God allow suffering? Wow, what a deep subject. God's view of war today. Will Armageddon begin in Israel? What does the Bible say? A real hope for a better tomorrow. Oh, next, request a visit. I think I should request a visit. This is just too deep for me. So who needs a visit? We can just scroll some more. Let's just do some more scrolling because that's what we do. Okay, to learn more about God's war to end all wars, read the article, What is the Battle of Armageddon? Holy smokes. It's here. It must be here. What is the Battle of Armageddon? Oh, my heart's racing. My palms are sweating now. It's slipping off of the mouse. I got to scroll down. The Bible's answer, the Battle of Armageddon, refers to the final war between humans and governments and God. Wow, that's happening right now. I know it. I just know it. These governments and their supporters oppose God even now by refusing to submit to his rulership. And they're not submitting. The Battle of Armageddon will bring human rulership to an end. Daniel 2 and 44. This is all out of the Bible. Look at that. It's all there. I must believe in this. The word Armageddon occurs only once, but I must believe in this. Who will fight at Armageddon? Oh, thank God I don't have to go to war. Jesus is going to do it all. Oh, this is a good war to be in. Jesus is doing it all. But why is my heart racing? Why is my palm sweaty? Will Armageddon literally be fought in the Middle East? No, it's not going to. Wow, I thought it was going to. It says rather than being restricted to one area, the Battle of Armageddon will encompass the whole earth. Wow, it's going to be a World War III. That's what they're saying, World War III. Will Armageddon be the end of the world? When will Armageddon take place? I got to get back to this. Read more. Well, look, maybe there's all these other articles. Politicians warn of Armageddon. What does the Bible say? And when will the world end? The Bible's answer. And more topics. Is the world coming to an end? What is the apocalypse? Although the Bible says the earth will remain forever, there is a world that will end. Oh, I'm manic. Okay, Bible questions. What is the Great Tribulation? So-called end times prophecy tell of the greatest period of trouble ever mankind What can we expect to happen? The Watchtower, many will survive the end. I want to survive. I want to survive. Oh, they want a Bible course again. I don't want those JWs at my door. I'm going to go on YouTube. There must be someone else that has the same stuff. Oh, YouTube. There's all kinds of movies. Okay, undercover. Oh, what's going on here? Today, the U.S. deploys its best weapon. Today, 1.5 million views. That must be true. Life on offshore oil. Russia hits Ukraine with ICBM. That must be true. Look at all the views. There's 500,000 views. Okay, tree slamming house. What else is going on? South Korea opposition party seeks to impeach President Yoon. Over what? Martial law order? Really? Wow. I better look further. Putin's second nuclear warning on live TV. I better watch all of that. I have to know all about that. That's what the Watchtower is talking about. World War III. And what's this alien sighting scientists cannot explain? They must be demons. Must be demons. Well, maybe they're angels. What happened to Enoch? He went up in a flying saucer or something, a chariot. I don't know about that. I'm going to have to search the internet and find out. Oh, here's a guy talking about Jehovah's Witnesses. We're not excited about this announcement. This guy, I've seen him a lot. I like his videos. Clapgate. I'm going to watch his also. Scientists finally solved the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle. That must be true. I got to watch that video too. Oh, it's just never going to end. Okay, well, let's look at Russia armed forces. I want to see what's going on in Russia. World War III. This ties in with the Watchtower, what the Watchtower is saying. All of this stuff. I got to watch all these videos. I got to keep on top of the news. Then I know what's happening in the world. It all ties in with the Watchtower. I'm beginning to wonder. You know, the Watchtower's tying in with all the news. Their main article. It's a real hitter. When will the fighting stop? Armageddon. It must be here, like they're saying it right in this article. I got to reread this right at the end. Oh, to learn more about God's war to end all wars. That's what they're saying right here, the war to end all wars. Not by humans, but Armageddon. The war of the great day of God, the Almighty. Wow. The end is here. I'm so glad the Watchtower's on top of this. I'm going to have to scroll through all the other things that are happening and keep on top of the news. Thank God the Watchtower's out there. Well, I hope you guys can see that was all tongue and cheek, but I was giving an illustration what it could be like being a Jehovah's Witness right about now. You see, as a Jehovah's Witness, when I was one, there was no such thing as doomscrolling. We didn't really have a good internet to doomscroll on, but now it's different. When I was in it, it was all bound volumes. You'd have to go, and who wants to read that much, right? So now it's all JW.org. You go online, everything's there. They don't even want you really opening the Bible too much because it's all in their website. And it's all doom scrolling. It's brain fatigue, eye strain. It's known as brain rot, difficulty focusing, a sense of emotional disconnection. Emotional disconnection. And that's what happens. You get onto these doomsday websites, and it's all about clicks. Now, JWORG is all about getting your mind, controlling your mind, getting you into getting a person to come to your door. Every one of those, they wanted to get a person to your door. And eventually, if that's thrown at you enough, you might give in and allow them to come to your door, and then you're hooked. Then you're done. You already read all of those things. You already read YouTube, watched it all. You're trying to put a collation together. You think, well, maybe these guys are it. But that's what's happening. People are jumping, companies like JWORG, they're taking advantage of the world events and the doom scrollers, and which is you and I, and they're putting this all together for everyone. All the doom scrollers, all the information's on JWORG. You can doom scroll for hours and hours and hours. You'll never tire out. Why, you will. You'll get brain fatigue and brain rot. You'll be scrolling at night. You'll be all worried. You'll be sweating. You'll have your go bag ready. Come on, everyone, get your go bag ready. That, like, the anxiety this is putting upon families is just crazy. But anyways, this is what's happening, folks. Doom's scrolling. It's a thing. It's out there. So, where is it? The thumbnail. Doom scrolling. Doom scrolling is a thing. So that brings a conclusion to the doom scrolling that we're going to do today. And one of the ways of showing yourself some love is leave your phone at home. Leave your phone at home. Go for a walk. Look around. You have no phone. You can't, divorce yourself of that stuff for a while. And be selective. Be selective with what you watch. A lot of these YouTubers are out there putting out videos to attract you. They actually, so a lot of this stuff's phony, and they manufacture it. Oh yeah, this happened an hour ago in Russia. Like, they don't know that this is all phony. This is designed to get 1.5 million clicks. It's the advertising, YouTube's machine. It does that. It feeds people the information they want. So once you start doom scrolling, it's going to feed you that information because it thinks you want that. And there will be no end to it. And it benefits because you're paying for the advertising. You're watching the advertising. You get glimpses of it. And this is what pays YouTube, and this is what pays the people to make those kinds of videos. Okay, well, until next time, there's one safe video to doom scroll, and that's Fixing My Faith. That's this channel. Lock that in and forget about the rest. We just tell it the way it is. So we'll see you on the next video. And keep living your life with love. Bye for now.